you're saying you think my son has ADHD?
That is what the nurse is saying, yes.
Okay, well, the nurse is not a doctor.
True, but the nurse has a great deal of experience with this kind of thing. And your son is exhibiting all the telltale signs of having ADHD. Not just that, but very disruptive in class.
Okay, I'm sorry, he's disruptive in class. This is the first you're telling me about that. So I can try to find some solutions to that. I can try giving him some fidget things. I see those like desk foot things. But the school nurse is not a doctor. She cannot diagnose my son. And I believe we can come to a solution without having to put him on medication. Because at the end of the day, he's a young boy. They have a lot of energy.
True, but the school nurse does recommend that your child is on medication until we can find a balance in the behavior and then implement slowly but surely other devices that can perhaps help. But at this point, climbing all over the furniture, pushing other children down so they slam their head on the floor, the physical violence that your child is exhibiting, to me, requires more than just a spinner.
Okay, well, this is the first I'm hearing of any of that. If that is my son's doing, I'm going to have a talk with him because I'm his parent. But I feel like, had this happened prior to today's, you should have let me know ahead of time and I could talk to those parents. So this seems really irresponsible, first and foremost. And second of all, if I say I want to try things to help my son without medication first, then your job is to be like, yes, here's what is and is not working in the classroom. You can't tell me that I have to put my son on medication.
Oh, I'm not saying you have to. I am saying that since it is nurse recommended, based on
right. Nurse recommended, school nurse recommended.
Yes, who has a great deal of experience with children with ADHD, we are asking you please to listen to their advice, and sadly, if the behavior continues unmedicated, you risk losing your child.
I risk losing my child?
Yes.
Please elaborate on that. What do you mean I risk losing my child?
If we feel that you are not taking the problem seriously enough, in other words, giving your child medication to calm them down in the school environment, that is a clear reflection of the fact that you are not being a responsible parent. And unfortunately, irresponsible parents lose their children in our society. There are plenty of foster homes who would be happy to give your child the medication that they so desperately need.